Coming up next, Travelogue tours the Three Pagodas said to have kept Dali safe from legendary dragons. And I learned that wearing a feather blanket is a tiny price to pay to see the soaring view from Cangshan. No trip to Dali is complete without a visit to the city's iconic Three Pagodas. The Buddhist towers have stood watch over the city for hundreds of years. They were built to protect Dali from danger, and they seem to have worked. Of the 300 years that the Kingdom of Dali existed, it remained at peace. Of the 22 rulers, almost half of them were serious devotees of Buddhism, and the influence of the religion can be seen throughout the region. The three structures form a perfect triangle, with the oldest in the middle. Standing 16 stories high, it's one of the tallest ever built in China. Visitors aren't allowed inside the pagodas, but they're more than welcome to explore Cangshan Temple below and the surrounding park grounds. According to ancient legend, Dali was once a swamp crawling with dangerous dragons. But walking through it today, it's hard to imagine this area is anything but a place of peace and prayer. Buddhism has historically flourished in Dali, and Cangshan is one of the best-known Buddhist shrines in Southeast Asia. Thousands of pilgrims make their way here every year. But of course, it's not just pilgrims from Asia who are drawn to Dali. Travelers come from both east and west, and for many, one short stay can turn into months, even years. Australian Dave Shaw came to China as a backpacker. Today, he's a businessman. He runs the Jade Emu and Jade Roo guest houses with his partner Song. He says it didn't take long for Dali's relaxed lifestyle and sunny skies to win him over.
We run the Jade Emu guest house. We also have the Jade Roo guest house and the Jade Emu family suites. And this year we opened up this restaurant with a bookshop on the second floor.
Great. So, how did you find yourself here in Guchang first?
Well, initially coming to China, I was really looking for just maybe some sort of business ideas, maybe some import-export and things. But when I got here, I really liked the place, and I decided to spend a bit of time traveling, backpacking up and down China. And that was when I met my partner, Song, and I couldn't convince her to come back to Australia to live with me, but the compromise was we'd find somewhere in China that we were both comfortable living, and would start there.
And what was it about Dali that brought you here?
There's a lot going for it. The weather, just got to look up at the sky. Yeah, great climate, no snow really. Things, the locals are extraordinarily friendly. There's hardly any pollution here. It's a lovely little corner of China.
Obviously, this is my first time in Dali, and it seems to me that it's a city that's easy to fall in love with at first sight. It seems very different in character to the rest of China. Would you agree?
Definitely, yeah. There's a real laid-back feeling here. Maybe people are just taking the time to enjoy the weather and things. I'm not sure, but there is a very different feel about the place. It only took us one day to really decide that Dali was probably going to be the place that we would settle down in.
While staying here, international guests of all backgrounds and ages can enjoy some Western creature comforts like a continental breakfast or a beer. But of course, Dali also offers visitors plenty of opportunities to venture outside their comfort zone. For example, perusing some precarious mountain peaks. Well, we've just arrived at Cangshan Mountains, and already at this point we're more than 2,200 meters above ground. When we get all the way to the top, it's almost 4,000 meters. It's a very steep climb, and we'll be taking a cable car. Luckily, I'm not too afraid of heights. Not too afraid. Hang on, did I just say above ground? What I meant was above sea level. Could the altitude be getting to me already? Well, we're going to have to rent and wear these jackets because it's extremely cold up there. What do you think? Kind of feel like I'm wearing a feather blanket. And in case you're wondering, a return trip on the cable car will set you back around 200 kwai. Well, it looks like this is our ride. But if you have the inclination and energy, you can always climb Cangshan by foot. And a word of warning to hikers, some sections of the mountain are particularly hazardous and people have lost their lives here. So make sure you take the proper precautions or go with a guide. Unless you're Bear Grylls, of course. As we've gone higher and higher, we can already see around us the plant species are slightly different because the altitude changes so quickly. Okay, here we go. However you get to the top, I can guarantee you it's worth it. I'm so lost for words that I completely forget how cold it is. Of course, the bulky red jacket is probably helping on that account. Now, these plants all around us may look like ordinary shrubs, but they're actually rhododendron flowers. We're not in the right season now, but when May comes, they blossom and this whole mountain erupts in the sea of purple and red and yellow, and it must be a really stunning thing to see. But even if you don't catch the flowers, there are enough mountainside temples, walking paths and waterfalls to keep you occupied all year round. You know, when I first arrived in Dali, I was wondering, what is it about this place that people love so much? But after walking the streets of the old city, looking out into the view of Ahai Lake and enjoying the water, relaxing in Shuanglang and then coming to Cangshan and seeing this magnificent view, I really know why. Whether you're a sporty type and you like hiking up mountains, or you want to take to the water, enjoy this water scene or do some water sports, or whether you just want to sit back and relax, or like me, you want to engage in the creative energy of a place, Dali really has something for you. It has something for everyone. And I think my question is answered. I know why people come here, and I know why I have fallen in love with this place. I'm Katrina Yu. Thank you for watching Travelogue. I'll see you next time when our journey continues.